Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today's video is a haul product update video for all the products that were in my last big drugstore makeup haul and swatches video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it down below and right here also so you can watch it. But I thought it would be a good idea to let you know what I thought about all this stuff since I got so much stuff and I have pretty much used everything that was in that haul. So give this video a thumbs up if you like drugstore makeup and if you found this useful or you liked the video or whatever, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So if you would like to see what I think about those products, then just keep watching. Okay, so I made a big list of the products, so I'm just going to go like really fast because it's a lot of products. Tell you quickly my thoughts and whether yes or no. Okay, so the first product is the Maybelline Dream Blender Sponge. I use this quite a few times to blend in my concealer. It does blend in your concealer pretty well, but it soaks up too much product and it is too stiff. Best part about it is this shape. The shape of it is really great, that it is this teardrop shape, so you can really get into the corner of your eyes. But because it soaks up too much product and it's just too dense for my liking, I wouldn't recommend buying this. I would just get like a Real Technique sponge. It's probably about the same price and you can use it for foundation and concealer. This is like very specialty. If you have a problem with like getting into the corner of your eyes with concealer and you're looking for something to help you with that, then this would be really good for that. But as far as like this whole area, no. Okay, the next product is the CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for oily skin. It's fine. It's not like a mind-blowing primer. I saw somebody else saying that it made them break out. It didn't make me break out. It's kind of more lotiony and liquidy and not silicone-y. So if you don't like those silicone primers, you could give it a try. And I do think it's effective, but my makeup didn't last a smaller amount of time. It's just not like a mind-blowing primer. I would like run out and get it because it's like some amazing product. The next one is the Maybelline Dream Velvet Foundation. I have the color Natural Beige. This foundation is too thick. It's like a really thick, like mousse, like dessert. It's really, really thick. Try to apply it like multiple different ways. And the best way that I found to apply it was put it on the back of my hand, get a foundation brush, like I have an It Cosmetics foundation brush, and basically paint it all over my face and then blend it in with the Real Technique sponge or the Beauty Blender sponge. It is so thick, it does not move when you're trying to blend it in really. So if you dot it all over your face, you're gonna have a really hard time connecting the dots. If you put it on the back of your hand and just put the sponge in it, you're gonna have a hard time blending it out. For me, it's just too time consuming and it's not worth like the end result to go through like so many steps to get it to blend in. I think if you used it more like a BB cream, like you're just going to use a little bit of it and get like a sheer coverage, that would be a better use of it. It does have a very pretty finish and it says that it's soft matte. It didn't stay matte on me at all. I have oily skin and I definitely was blotting throughout the day. And if you have any like wrinkles like I do on your forehead, this is going to like really make them more pronounced. So if you're young and you want to use it as a BB cream or you want to go through all those steps to put it on, then yes, it's nice, but for me and for everything that's involved with it, it's a no. The next one is the Physicians Formula Argon Wear BB Concealer. Looks like this. And I really, really like this concealer. I have this on today. It's not drying, it doesn't cake, it blends well. This shade that I have is light medium, which is a perfect shade for me to have like a highlighted under eye, but not one that's like 5 shades lighter than the rest of my face. I do not like that look. Has good lasting power. It has a sponge applicator. It's not a sponge. It's way too like dense to be called a sponge. So it pulls on your face if you try and put it on your face like that. So I just put it on the back of my hand and just use a concealer brush and put it where I want it to go. And it's fine, but I really like that concealer. The next one is the CoverGirl True Blend Bronzer. It is just way too luminous for me for what I want out of a bronzer. So it was basically an immediate no. If you like a super luminous bronzer, then you could give this one a try, or even like putting it over another bronzer, like very sparingly to get like more of a glowy look like in the summer. I think it would be pretty, but for me right now in the winter, I'm not looking for like a super luminous bronzer. And this one is just like really goldy. The CoverGirl True Blend Blush. I have this in the shade Light Rose. I think this blush is really pretty. It has good staying power. It's just like a nice like pink, kind of just healthy pink color. It has like a little bit of a luminosity to it. So if you like a luminous blush that's just going to give you like a nice healthy glow, that's a good one. But if you like a matte blush, then you're not going to like it because it is luminous. But it's a nice blush. This Rimmel Contour Kit is good if you have fair skin. This contour shade in here is too light for my skin tone. I have it on today and I ended up putting another bronzer over it because I couldn't even really see it. It was just too light. It just didn't really show up on my face. But if you are more fair than I am, it is a pretty color, but it's just not dark enough for me. But it is pretty. And then this blush is pretty, and this highlighter I think is really pretty. The highlighter I have on today, and it's just like a nice kind of like champagne-y highlighter. So if you're looking for a good drugstore highlighter and blush, this would be a really good one, and because of the size it would be really good for travel. And the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour Highlight and Contour Palette, I have the shade Medium. This product is incredibly disappointing. When you swatch this contour shade, like you get it on your finger and you can see it, but if you put it on your hand, once it transfers, like you cannot see it at all. I could not get any like color onto my face off of this. I haven't seen anybody use this in a tutorial, so I don't know if other people have gotten it to work, but the contour shade is bad. The highlight shade is pretty. That's the highlight shade right there. But it's not worth buying this for the highlight shade. This is worth buying this for the highlight shade, and this is probably like $5. It's Rimmel. This, I think, was $12, and it's basically useless. The next one is the Maybelline Master Prime Eyelid Primer. I really like this primer. I actually put it in one of my favorites videos. The only thing about this primer is it does have like a little bit of a luminous look to it once you get it on your eyelid. So if you're doing an all matte look, I wouldn't use this primer because it's going to make your matte eyeshadows not really matte anymore. It has a nice beigey color to it, so it kind of counteracts what's going on in your eyelids. Not as much as like the Benefit Stay Don't Stray or concealer, but a little bit. But it's just a little bit luminous. So for eyeshadow like I have on today, I used it today, it's fine. But for a matte eyeshadow look, no. And then I have the Maybelline Master Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil. This is in the color Nude, and I tried to put it in my waterline, and it just like clumped up and it didn't stay, and I did not like it for that. I have like a brown one and a black one, and they're nice for on the lid, but as far as putting this in your waterline and thinking that it's going to stay all day, I don't know if I have extra watery eyes, but this did not stay all day. So this L'Oreal Infallible Matte Matic eyeliner in deep brown. This eyeliner is so hard and non-creamy that it is really difficult to apply. It's really time consuming. It pulls your eye as you're trying to get it to go on. Doesn't blend. I do not like this at all. I don't care if it's matte or if it's supposed to last a really long time. It is just a pain to get on there, and it just doesn't look that great. So that's like a total bust. Another eyeliner is the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Eyeliner. I was so excited when I saw this product. I love a skinny eyeliner on my upper lash line, and I was just really excited when I got this. And it goes on really nice. It's nice and creamy, but probably too creamy because it's too skinny and it breaks. Every time I've used it, it's broken off. So while I still have the product, I'm going to like it, but it's not going to last very long because it keeps breaking. The next one is the Rimmel Brow This Way eyebrow gels, and I have the clear one and the medium brown one, and these are nice eyebrow gels. Again, they're Rimmel, they're really affordable. I've used the clear one along with just the eyebrow pencil. It's great. Eyebrows stay, no problem. And the brown one, and I think there's one other shade of this brown one. But it's nice. I personally like to brush my eyebrow gel through to make sure it's even. And this is messy. So, and you really have to like clean up the upper edge. It goes all over the place more than any eyebrow gel that I've used. It was a hot mess, and I just cleaned it up with a Q-tip and it was fine. But if I had done my foundation first, it would be more of a problem. So if you don't brush through your eyebrows like I do. You could use it after your foundation, but it's a nice eyebrow gel. It's thick like the Clinique Mousse one is. It kind of has like that thicker consistency, almost like the Benefit Gimme Brow. If you're looking for a really affordable eyebrow gel, I would give this one a try. These Loreal eyeshadows, I did not like these at all. This cream one that is called Paris Beach is super duper chunky. It's a fine color, but it is just like chalky. When you try and put it on with a brush, it just gives like this thin and then thick and then thin, I don't know, consistency on your eyelid. I did not like this at all. Same thing with this one. This is in the color Cafe au Lait. I mean, this is a nice enough color, but for $6, I don't think they're worth it. You can get Makeup Geek eyeshadows for, I think, $6 or $6.99, and those eyeshadows are basically exactly like MAC eyeshadows, and these were $5.99, and they're just not worth the price. And then for lip products, I have 3 of these L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Lip Glosses, and I showed you swatches of these. So I'm not going to swatch everything to make it like super long because I did swatches in the other video, but I like these. Good staying power, nice finish. I like them. The NYX Liquid Suede, I have this in the color Soft Spoken. Again, like it, it's nice. This Burt's Bees Suede Splash, I wore this in a makeup tutorial. I really like this. This is like really moisturizing, feels really good on the lips. It's like a great one just to have in your purse, so when your lips are feeling like you need some lip balm, this would be a really good one to have. It's not super duper opaque coverage, but it's not sheer. It's just like right in between, like for a good daytime coverage, but it feels really, really good on the lips. The Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick. These are okay. This is not my favorite, which is probably because I don't really like matte things very well, but it's really thick. It's almost like a moussey, pasty kind of consistency, and I don't really like the consistency. It doesn't like look nice on my lips like these do, like these L'Oreal Infallible ones look really nice. These, the consistency is just too thick. I don't like them. The Rimmel, the Only One lipstick, and these are really nice. I got a lot of compliments on this color, Oh So Wicked. I wore it in a makeup tutorial. It's just a bold color that looks like that. I said I wasn't going to swatch stuff, but I can't stop myself. It's ridiculous. But these Rimmel lip glosses are really nice. They're very moisturizing. They last a good amount of time. They're not going to last all day or anything like that. They're not like a liquid lipstick, but they feel nice on your lips. They're not drying. And they're really pretty, and they have like a nice, pretty kind of sheen to them. This Rimmel Oh My Gloss is awesome for super glossy lips. I've put this over some other lipsticks for night out, and it's really, really pretty. If you like yourself a glossy lip, and I do, get some of these Rimmel Oh My Glosses. It says that it's supposed to last up to 6 hours, and I would have to disagree with that, but they are very, very pretty. And then lastly for lip products is the one that I have on today. This is a Revlon Matte Balm in the shade Fierce, and I really like these. These and the Burt's Bees and the Rimmel, these 3 are definitely my favorite. They're all very moisturizing. I like the sheen to them. It's not super shiny, it's not matte. This really does feel like a lip balm. It's really moisturizing, feels really nice on the lips, not drying. And this color I think is really pretty. And this crayon format just makes it so easy to apply. I didn't even use a lip liner with this. Okay, so on to eyeshadow palettes. So I got 4 eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore. First one is this Milani one, and this is Bare Necessities. It has these colors in it. It's nice, but it's just not that versatile. Only has 6 shades. I couldn't get this dark shade to blend out well for me to use it like on my eyelids or anything like that. It's supposed to be the eyeliner shade. I thought, oh, it's just, eyeliner because it's dark and you could use it on your lid also, but mine, I could not get it to blend well. So then you're only down to these 4 and this one. These 2 are both basically highlight shades. So I don't really need both of these in here. And then there's one matte, and then these 2 shimmery ones. And they're pretty, but you're just not going to be able to get that many looks out of this palette. If you're not just out buying, everything willy-nilly, then I wouldn't waste your money on this. I think there's better things that you can spend your money on other than this palette. Next one is the Maybelline Rock Nudes. It has these shades in it right here. This one is the cream shade that they put in the palette, but it's not matte. It's got like a luminosity to it, like it's more shiny than like a satin. So for me, I want the cream shade in this palette to be matte. I'm gonna put it up here on my eye, and I want it to be, you know, like a matte start. I don't want it to be satin, so I don't like that. And it's also like really chunky. When you put your brush in here, it just chunks up and it doesn't really go on very nicely. It just has like this really weird kind of thick consistency. And the white one is matte. Personally, I don't want a white to be the matte shade because that's too much for me to put up on my eyelid. You know, I want a cream matte shade. So I don't really like these two shades. There's these two matte shades in here, and this one is like a really cool tone, like transition shade, and it's fine. And then this darker brown one is matte also. These purpley shades are nice. I used these together and it was nice, but it's just not something that I would say, oh, and today again I'm gonna wear a purple eye look. They did blend well. I used them with a primer and they lasted all day. Since I don't like this one, since it's so horrible, it's just not a standalone palette to me. If I was going to say, oh, I really love these shades, I'm gonna use this all the time. So if you're thinking about buying this, really look at the shades and make sure that these are, you know, ones that you're really gonna use a lot. Otherwise, it's just not worth your money to invest in like a $15 palette when a couple of these colors, you know, suck. The formula of them is not good. And then, you know, the other ones to me are more like special occasion colors that if you have a lot of eyeshadow, you probably already have a gold and a silver and a black, and you know, you probably already have these shades that you don't need to spend the money on this. So I got the Revlon Not Just Naked's palette, and when you look at it, it has these great shades. They're all, you know, pretty much very usable. I mean, me, I wouldn't really use this one, but you know, they're warm tones, they're cool tones. There's a good mix in here. There's a nice matte cream shade. So it does have usable shades in it with some extra ones that you can kind of jazz up your look. You know, some darker ones that you can make a smoky eye out of. And they swatch well. The problem with this is when you use them with a eyeshadow brush, they're just not that pigmented. So you are going to have to spend a lot of time building up the color. They blended fine. It was just they weren't pigmented enough for me that I just felt like I was going back in again and again and again and getting more color and building it up until I just got sick of doing it. So if you don't like really, you know, intense, then this would be a good one. And if you don't mind like building up the color, this would be fine. But for me, I just got like frustrated and I was like, oh, it's just not pigmented enough. But they did blend and they lasted. So there's that. The winner of the bunch by far is this Covergirl True Naked Goldens that has all these colors in it. It has the matte cream. It has the perfect transition shade. It has the perfect brown to make a smoky eye. I love these champagne ones and the gold one and this copper one. This is what I use today to make the eyeshadow look that I'm wearing now. It's got like this green color, and then this one is actually like a kind of darker goldy color. It just doesn't really look like that on camera, but this one, the pigmentation is great. They blend great. They don't have a bunch of fallout. They're really pretty when you put them on the eye. You don't have to build them up a ton. They are really, really, really good. Covergirl did a great job with these eyeshadows. So for all the eyeshadow palettes that you are seeing at the drugstore right now, I would definitely pick up these Covergirl ones. They're the bomb. That's all the products that I bought in the drugstore haul. That's all my thoughts about them. I hope you found that helpful. Give this video a thumbs up if you like these update videos, and then I'll keep doing them after I do my hauls. I think it's pretty helpful to see because a lot of times you see the haul and then sometimes you'll see those products in, you know, tutorials, but then sometimes you never even see the product used that are in hauls. I will leave all the information for all the products that I mentioned in the description box, along with all my links to my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Facebook will be down there, along with some links to some of my other videos. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!